Alright, looks like little old C-Top leveled up. He's got dirty hands, he's grimy. Okay, so how do you actually clean people? How's it going, everybody? Dragast here, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. So let me just say, I am so excited that you guys are enjoying this game. I did release the first video already, and you guys really took well to it. It is a very amazing game. A lot of you guys are agreeing with that, and I'm excited to learn more about it as we do go about this. So today, I paused time right now just to kind of figure out what I want to do. I know the biggest thing I'm going to want to do today, my biggest goal, is to possibly get down these research stations. I'm also getting a warning, though, insufficient oxygen generation. So my colony is producing 0 oxygen. We know that because we haven't put down any sort of oxygen machines yet, and our duplicates are consuming oxygen, obviously, as they are human beings. So I'm gonna try and get those down today. I'm gonna try and make sure our oxygen is okay, but for right now, as you can see, as I said last time, oxygen is more or less good. We got one little dangerous area here, and that's really it. Now, they're going to get out of the way if they can't breathe, so you don't really have to worry about that too much. So today, it's going to be, you know, just continuing building our base here. We should be able to get our next duplicant, yeah, in 635 seconds, so we're definitely going to get that in today's episode. And I'm also going to dig around, because as you can see, we have a lot of this map to unlock. I mean, you can just keep going and going. Oh, actually, I was getting some tool tips there for a second. I don't know if that's a glitch or whatnot, but it's supposed to be a very big map. The developers actually showed me it when I was at PAX, and I was blown away with how complex it is. So actually, let's pause time here. Let's plan this out. I don't want to waste any time here. So what I'm going to do right now, I think I'm going to dig down to this water hole as well, because we're going to need to anyways, and I do want to expand out. The further our guys go out, the more of this fog of war we're going to delete, so I can kind of get a grip at where we are in the world and what we can do. But you can see the differences. You can notice that it kind of starts out easy in this brown area, and then all around you, you got more difficult and more difficult places to go. As you can see up here, though, we got lots of different ore, so we're probably going to build upwards as well. Let's actually do that. So if we go to base here, storage capacitor, we're doing just fine with that, so we don't need to worry about that just yet. But we are going to build upwards here, and we'll go, yeah, we'll go right to there. We'll just deconstruct those top ones there since we don't really need those. I guess, do I have to tell it to dig to? I don't even know. Yes, you do. Okay, so we're just going to dig all the way up here, and then we can build over here, and we can mine all this delicious copper ore that we got here. What is this, though? Is this dangerous? Oh, it is a vacuum, and it's unbreathable. So that might be what these doors are for. Pneumatic doors encloses a room without blocking the flow of gas or liquid, so we might have to put a door down here. We still have a vacuum over here as well, so I'm a little worried about that. Atmospheric pressure too low. Well, you know what? We're going to do a lot of trial and error in this series, so we're just going to see what happens when we open up this vacuum here. I'm assuming it will just spread it into my base here. Hopefully, that's not too bad of a thing. But now we actually got, you can see our mush bars that we are deliciously making for our residents. They're on the ground, of course, because they're not very clean, these guys, but Shannon's cooking. We got Mystique running, and Hideki's getting water, so maybe we should prioritize this here, because we don't really need food, guys. We're doing pretty good for food, so I'm going to bump this all up to a 6, so hopefully they'll stop running on that and stop cooking food, since we don't really need that right now. I just wanted to have that set up for when we do. So yeah, those are 5s, these are 6s. They'll do these now. We'll also change these to 6s, because I would like to do that. And we got to remember to put ladders down here, too, because we don't want any of my dudes falling in the water. By the way, things can die in this game, so obviously we do have to be careful with these guys, because if we lose one, it takes quite a long time to get a new one. Alright, so they're building up now. Let's actually clean up a little bit, too. We got a bunch of stuff on the floor, so I'm going to clean this up. Hopefully, they'll store this automatically. I'm assuming they will. We'll also clean up that. You can also mop when there's liquids and everything. I don't think we really have a liquid problem, though. This is all oxygen down here. So, yeah, so far, so good. We're just going to focus on expanding right now. And, yeah, seeing where this leads us. Alright, one thing I haven't really figured out how to do, I don't even know if you can do it, is actually add ground, because I really wanted to flatten this out, so we didn't have this little hill here, but I don't think you can actually do it. So, for right now, since I don't think there's a way to do it. I don't see anything anywhere. You can do reports and everything. There's a lot of information in this game, guys. Vitals, let me make sure everyone's okay. We got 0% stress. That's perfect. People are more or less, well, half full, so that's good. And calories a day until full. So you can actually change this if you, if you got a little fat guy getting a little bit too much weight, you can put them on a diet. This is so cool. I love this game. I love the amount of detail and how simple it is as well. What's going on with Shannon? I think he just leveled up. All right, but they're mopping up. As you can see, this is actually going to give me more resources that we can store in this thing. We're not having to deal with resources right now. So let's go on to getting some oxygen here. And we do want to put this in the right place. So we got to watch where there's a little bit of oxygen issues. We got some stuff going on here. Breathable. What is going on? It's going back and forth like crazy, as you can see. So it is like real time. Every now and then it's changing. So I'm wondering if I should put like an oxygen station over here. I think I will do that. So we're going to dig this out a little bit. And we're going to have to bring our power grid all the way over to the ladder here. Let's actually do that while they're busy doing all this. So if we go to power here, electrical wire, perfect. We can just go right to our ladder, and then we can connect everything from here. That's perfect. Once we get the oxygenator set up, we can connect that up. Perfect. All right, but nighttime once again. My cats are sleeping, and I do gotta figure out how I want to expand, because I do want like bunk rooms. So I think we're gonna put another bunk room maybe above this watering hole over here. So again, a lot of expansion today. So let's just do that. We'll bring this over here, and this is just gonna be more or less for beds. So we'll go all the way to whatever this is. Contaminated water, but we obviously won't dig into it. All right, day number 3. Yeah, cycle 3. I think, yeah, cycle is considered a day. So, yeah, so far so good. We're on day 3 now. I'm actually looking and I'm noticing that the meat lice actually requires meal lice. So we can't actually make those right now. So we're just going to, can we get rid of these? Yes, we can. So we're gonna have to go back to the mush bar and just make all these for right now until we figure out where to get meal lice, unfortunately. Doesn't really matter though, food's food, so we should be good. What's going on over here? Cultivated soil. Oh, is the poo-poo flowing out of my outhouse? Maybe I should get multiples of these. We got algae here. All right, so let's get this guy to mop this up. We're probably gonna wanna, okay, it's probably sweeping that we need. Sweeping poop. That just sounds a little bit wrong, but yes, you are supposed to clean these things, so let's just make... Oh, why is it not working? Okay, maybe I have to actually click it and disable building, deconstruct, clean toilet. There we go. So now, oh, the sign comes up. It's under maintenance. I love this game. The animations in this game, Clay just does them so well. And we got Mystique eating over here. I don't know what the heck just came out of her. Looks like everybody's actually eating right now. So we do have very little amounts in our ration box right now. 19 out of 150 kgs. So we're going to want to make some more meat mush. We might want to put the priority up on that soon here. All right, looks like Hideki, once again, Hideki does a lot of the good jobs for me. He has the bad job of plumbing. And the animations, man, I just want to watch these guys. I don't even want to play. I just want to watch them do their thing, because they obviously spent a lot of time making these guys have their own unique personalities, and I am loving it so far. I'm so excited. Looks like we're already almost up at the ore here, so we should get a lot of ore in the near future if we do need it. And yeah, we're doing pretty good here. So far, so good. Hideki is going hard at this. This thing is truly clogged. Look at that freaking bar. Look how slow it's going. I feel so bad. This is going to be like an all-day thing for poor Hideki to just clean that thing. What has he got? Oh, he's actually filling up the food, which is good because we're going to need more food. So we might actually have to make multiples of these if we do run out of food, because ration box is very, very low right now. Actually, while I'm thinking about that, I'm making my guys do a lot of things at once, but can we actually harvest this? I can't actually harvest it for some reason. Okay, maybe you have to wait. Maybe there's cycles. Let me hover over it and it will say growing 35%. And growing 82%. So yes, there is a harvest cycle, and that's why we can't get those ones. All right, Hideki must have did his job here. Out of order. Why is it still out of order, though? Disable building. Requires no piping. Wait, how do I turn it on? Like, just poop things and everything. I don't know. Awaiting material delivery. Oh, it actually needs dirt. Okay, so is he doing it? Oh, there he is! Look at, he knows more than me. He actually just did it for me. So hopefully, is it, okay, it is running now. Perfect. And Hideki, after a job well done, is using the fart cloud. This is fucking gross, to be honest. But there you go, Hideki. Good job, buddy. Can we clean up all the rest of these things here? I don't know what this means. Cultivated soil, algae. So yeah, we have to pick up and move these. And I can't seem to get them to sweep for some reason. So I don't know if this is a glitch Or what's going on? All right, it's looking like... Ooh, we're getting some contaminated water over here, so we gotta watch out for this. Can we actually mop this up? Yes, we can. Let's prioritize that. We don't want that shit spreading, quite literally. So we're gonna put that as 7 there, and they're going right to work already. Wow, they made quick work of that, so they mop up really nicely. Perfect. Okay, so I do want them to focus on building this over here, though, because how long do we have until... Oh, duplicates coming in 38 seconds, so I'm going to prioritize a little bit of this so I can put down a new bed. So let's put this at a 9, actually, because I do want it here as soon as possible. So we'll just do a little bit of that, and I also want this so I can make my oxygenator, so we're going to put priority into that, and we'll put priority into the actual electrical line as well. Also, since these things they can't reach, we're just going to cancel that for right now since we don't need it. All right, 2 seconds to our next duplicant. Here they come. Do we get to choose or... No, I don't think we get to choose. We get to just see who it is. Okay, this is a little bit of a queue here. I guess it takes a long time to teleport a human. Oh, do I actually... Oh, maybe I have to click it. Okay, yes, you do actually get to choose it, which is nice because obviously you want to get the best team possible. So let's take our time here and look at some of these guys. This guy, level 6 technician. Look at all these things. He's a grease monkey. You can actually hover over these and see what they are. This duplicant isn't the brightest star in the sky. I know that pain, buddy. I would say I'm the same. Cannot perform job research. Okay, so that's good to know. A lot of these things, I do like that you can hover over everything. So let's actually... oh, we can't actually change any. Oh, you can reject all, though. I'm assuming you don't get one then, though. So I can only choose from these guys. That kind of sucks, but I can see the reason why. All right, decor expectations. I would like that low. Stress response destructive. Well, that's not a good thing, but with all these other stats, I gotta assume I'm kind of going with Elvira here. This duplicant likes to throw a wrench into the colony's plans in a good way. So he likes to tinker, too, which is good. And I don't think we have a technician yet, so I think I'm gonna do this one. You can actually change the names, too, so maybe we'll have a fun event. We'll start naming the guys after some of you guys. You know what? Let's change this. I like the idea of having some YouTubers in here, too. So we're gonna start out with my good buddy C-Top here. No reason why he just came to my head right away. So C-Top can be in my game. If you don't know, that's another YouTuber, and we actually have to print him. So I'm gonna print a C-Top. There we go. Look at that. That's how a C-Top's made, guys. It kind of looks like him, too, in a derpy little way. Look at his little run. He's getting to work right away. Just formed, ready to go. That's the way to do it, C-Top. Oh my god, they actually... What are they doing? Oh, they're doing the pipe now. I thought they were actually mining finally, but that's not the case. They are going hard right now, though. They were busy cooking recently, but now they're clearly done with that. Let's actually mop this up, because as you can see, dirt is getting everywhere. So this is going to be a common occurrence, I'm thinking, when we get to cooking, dealing with that. All right, and what's going on with this? No fabrications queued, so maybe... How much... is there a lot of food on the ground here? Yeah, okay, so they're going to sweep that up and probably store that anyways. I want to see how much food I have first before I do any more food. And let's quickly check the oxygen to make sure everything's okay here. So we do have some carbon dioxide over here. We have some contaminated oxygen. Getting a little bit more toxic in here, as you can see. That's stuff we got to deal with. But also, I got to focus on expanding as well. So it's going to be a struggle, I think. This first run, we're going to make a lot of mistakes, but it's going to be, most importantly, fun. All right, let's dig this out. I don't know why they didn't dig this out. It must have fell from the roof, and they just decided not to do it. After that, we're going to put the oxygenator over here, or sorry, the deoxidizer. Algae terrarium. Oh, that might be cool, too. Requires farming tech research. So, yeah, we got to get into that research. I just want to set up my base first here, and then we'll worry about the research. So, I thought this thing was a lot bigger. That's why I made this, but we can always put some more stuff over here. So, there we go. I'll put that guy right there, and... we will start bringing down the power line to attach to it. All right, there we go. They're already working on it perfect. Now, hopefully, let's prioritize these things because they don't really like to build the cables unless I tell them to. It looks like they might actually be doing it, though, which is nice. There you guys go. All right, and I love the way the actual cord is hidden behind the stairs. It just looks fantastic. So there's our oxygenator. Looks like it's running already, so that worked well really quickly. Let's see how it does at giving me some oxygen. So you can see it's bubbling. That's going to give us some oxygen. We still got a a lot of this danger stuff here, and it's kind of worrying me, because I don't know how to deal with this stuff, guys. If we run into a really bad issue, it is going to be a bad time. But I'm going to do my best, damn it. All right, but with Seedtop here, we're going to need to get him a bed, so let's go to furniture, and actually, it's cot time right now, and I'm so sorry, Seedtop. I didn't do it in time, buddy. Yes, day 4 is coming up. Seedtop's sleeping in the rubble. Quite literally. Sorry, buddy. Alright, well, while they're doing that, we may as well queue up tomorrow's activities. So, what I'm going to want to do, I think I'm going to put research stations over here. I already told them to sweep up that, so that's going to be gone by tomorrow. So, let's go to the stations here. Novice research and unlock new technologies. Let's do that for right now. You know what? Let's do both, because we can do both, probably. Supercomputer, there we go. Oh, look at the size of that sucker. There we go. It's like I planned this out. Everything's in there. That's going to be pumping oxygen, because these guys are going to heat up the air, and we're probably going to have issues in here, but it should be fun. All right, so day 4 starting up already. Let's connect these all together, and let's prioritize this, because I want to see what the heck these things do. This looks fun. All right, there you go. All 9s. Get that shit done. Oh, yeah. There we go. This is going to be fun. I just want to make sure I'm not wasting their time, though. Once we start playing with those, I'm not going to be watching these guys, so I want them to be doing something as well. Maybe we should get an extra outhouse. 14 visits remaining, so yeah, you can only use a certain amount of visits with the soil that you put in it. Honestly, there's not much else I need to do right now. We are slowly increasing the ration spots, but let's fabricate some more of these mush bars. So there we go. We'll fabricate those. They'll probably just start doing those. Hopefully Shannon's going up there right now to do it. It looks like she is, or he. Shannon's just a girl name to me. It's very confusing when a guy's name is Shannon, because I've always known girls who are Shannons. All right, but here we go. We got all this stuff. All right, let's pause time right now, because we got to learn a little bit of this. So we got sandstone here that you still need to clean up. No fabrications queued. No fabrications queued. No research tasks selected. So let's open up research. Let's see what we can do here. So, do I want to be a farmer? Gas piping, liquid piping. Oh god, this is gonna freak me out. Interior decor? No, that doesn't sound very useful. I kind of like the idea of farming. I do want to, you know, be self-sufficient, so I'm thinking we're gonna go down the farming line here. I'm just looking at the rest here, just seeing what I would need them for. So there's a lot of gas in this game. There's a lot of strategies with the gas. We haven't even gotten into that yet. There's like liquid pipe bridges and stuff. Like, you get the idea. This is a pretty complex game for a simple one. Wire power regulation. So yeah, I'm thinking algae terrarium is something that I would like. Compost as well, obviously. Breaks contaminated dirt down into fertilizer. Planter box. Houses a single plant which will periodically produce food for or medicine. Okay, we definitely do want that. I gotta assume we need compost first, though. So how do we get into this? So let's just click this, and is that... Okay, so this is gonna research all 3 of those things. I thought we had to do one at a time. So I'm thinking that's all I need to do in here. Again, I've never done this before, so this is kind of interesting. And we actually have to fabricate the research, so it requires dirt, and we can just queue up some research. So we're going to try that. No research task selected. Awaiting material delivery. No fabrications queued. We will get through this. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Alright, so this is the one I already did. So I'm doing 2 things at once here. Alright, I think we just have to hit play here, because it's kind of confusing. It says, these buildings cannot produce the correct research type for the selected research task. So something's going on with this. I'm wondering if this needs to research first. Is this even... Okay, this is ID'd, so if I open research here, you can see I highlighted the one, and it says, research center idle. Definitely, I think we just need to wait for the dirt to deliver, as weird as that is. Inapplicable research, no fabrications queued. Alright, well, the other research station is definitely working. We are researching... I don't even know what we're researching. Unlocks rudimentary technologies. So, I guess we're just gonna figure out what that does once he's done. But we have our storage compactor at full force right now, so let's get another one of those. We're going to obviously need a couple of these, so we'll just put a bunch there. Just to have them for storage. What are we doing? We're actually cooking food instead of doing the research here. Thankfully, Shannon's over here. So I'm thinking I have to research farming tech with this machine, the research station. You can see I'm at 2 out of 20 right now, and then I can go into this machine and actually do the farming tech. Okay, so it makes sense now. It was a little bit of a brain twister there, but I actually do need to wait for the research first. So Shannon's going to be researching probably most of the time here. We're actually going to prioritize that so we make sure some someone always stays there because it's very important for me to get this done. So hopefully Shannon will come back or someone else very soon and get this done for me. Now, again, I always want to look around just to make sure. Ooh, we're getting some red, as you can see. It's a little dangerous around here. But overall, like, as long as the whole place isn't red, we should be more than fine. Alright, I love how these guys make food, but once the food literally poops out of the machine, you can see the little bung hole there, they just leave it on the fucking ground. They don't store it at all. And you can see we're not really gaining that much food, so definitely want you guys to store that when it's done. That would be great. Maybe we should get into jobs soon, you know, making a cooker, making, you know, a researcher, and then making the builders. We'll definitely get more into that later on, but let's see. Okay, that's at 85%, so these things grow really slow. So I definitely, when it comes to farming, I think we're going to need a lot of space. And they still haven't made the bed for poor C-Top. All right, we're going to prioritize that because I'd rather C-Top get a good night's sleep tonight instead of, you know, sleeping in the rubble over here. I kind of felt bad for him, gotta be honest. And there we go. Shannon's making C-Top's bed, so thank you, Shannon. Actually, let's get, well, I think she's gonna get away by the time I do this right. I should probably get used to the shortcuts as well, because each of these have shortcuts. K for sweeping, though. Like, that's kind of confusing. All right, let's actually see. Have we expanded the map? Not really that much, but while we're over here, we may as well dig this out since we can get in there. And this was, if you remember, is it still? No, it's considered oxygen now, so that was actually a vacuum, so we went into it, and it didn't really affect us much, so I'm not too worried about vacuums now. All right, we're making the storage containers perfect. That's good. Maybe I should make no, I don't think I really need another rations box. This one hasn't been filled this whole time. Looks like C-Top is finally doing this as well. We did this at, like, the start. This is also producing oxygen. Whatever. Oh, oxalite. I guess, yeah, it emits oxygen. So we definitely don't want to get rid of those. We want to actually get as many of those as possible. I didn't even notice they were producing oxygen until now. It looks like, aside from our starting area, there's not too many of them. Okay, we have no fabrications queued, so let's fabricate some more here. And do I have to actually prioritize it every time? No, I don't. Smart game. Thank you so much. So now once we fabricate, they're going to go immediately over to that and do that. Let's actually prioritize food as well to a 6. I don't want it too big, but big enough to the point where we're basically constantly making food. And speaking of that, let's fabricate some more mush. All right, we can't forget we have to actually assign what we want them to store in here. So, you know what? Let's do 1 for seeds, just because I want to see if we, first of all, somehow get seeds, and I also am going to need them for when we start farming. So if we see that bar go up, at least I know I have seeds, because I really don't know how to get seeds. I'm assuming it's from harvesting the plants, but again, really have no idea. Alright, so unfortunately this plant is actually overheated, so it's not growing right now, or it's growing really slowly. So let me actually see. I didn't even look at the heat map lately, and that's probably very important. So you can see, machine's a little hot. We're gaining a little bit of heat over here, so we might have to deal with that. Let me actually go and see if we have anything for that. Okay, so we have a floor lamp. That's obviously not for that, though. Mesh tile ceiling lamp. I actually don't know if there's... I thought there was a way to actually fan out the place, so it's been so long since I've played, though. Alright, but while we're in here, let's do some of the things that we're obviously going to need to do. Accelerates the regeneration of a wounded duplicant's health. I don't see that happening anytime soon, but obviously it would be smart to have it, so we'll put it right by C-Top's bed. I know this is going to be kind of like a fucked up layout, but whatever, it's all good. It's just going to be a fun run, man. Alright, and the research station has been done once again, so let's queue up some more. What are we at? 12 out of 20, so we should be able to figure out what the supercomputer does once we have those 20. I'm assuming you can just choose one of these. And nighttime, and it looks like I'm actually thinking they assign themselves, you know, kind of subconsciously their own beds, because C-Top went immediately up here once he saw that bed. So I'm assuming once they pick a bed, that's their bed, and that's kind of adorable. But yes, we're at nighttime, so we may as well speed it up. What's red alert? Duplicates will enter state of emergency and ignore their basic needs to work. Oh, that's actually good to know, but I don't think I want people to be doing that, so we're not going to do that right now. We're still getting insufficient oxygen generation, so we might want to update this. Again, we're going to work towards that, but we also... I do want to get the algae terrarium. Recycles carbon dioxide into a small amount of oxygen. We're actually having a lot of carbon dioxide over here, so that's going to be very useful when we start doing that. Okay, I'm going way too fast. I don't want to waste time. Making sure everybody's okay. No one's stressed out. We got food. Everyone's happy. People are breathing. So another day, and hopefully it's going to go a little better this time. Not that yesterday was bad or anything, but it's always better when it's better, essentially. All right, looks like little old C-Top leveled up. He's got dirty hands. He's grimy. Okay, should I get a shower? Let me go to plumbing here. Oh, we can only get the outhouse raid now. That's kind of weird. Okay, so how do you actually clean people? I honestly don't know, so that might be something we need to research. Showering, of all things. Anyways, we're getting, how are we doing with the research here? We gotta be getting really close. 19 out of 20, perfect. So once we hit the big 20, we can figure out what we can do with this here supercomputer. Looks like C-Top's expanding his room out over here. Good on C-Top. Why would you choose that one? Of all the ones... Alright, C-Top, you're an interesting individual. I don't know why you didn't attack this one first, but I heard a noise. That must mean... We open research here. We have 20 out of 20. So, I think... Can we get all of these, or can we just get some? Okay, clicking on it doesn't do anything, so I'm assuming we actually got all of them. Alright, so yes, you actually see the exclamation mark, so if we go to refinement, you can actually make compost now, breaks contaminated dirt down into fertilizer. So, we need a compost station. I think I'm going to wait for that, though, because I want to see where I want to put my actual farm. We also got a planter box here. Again, that's going to be very important. And finally, the biggest thing is the algae terrarium, which I think, yeah, we'll put right down here because this is all carbon dioxide, and it actually uses or converts carbon dioxide into a small amount of oxygen. So, obviously, we're going to want that right there. Alright, but the other two upgrades I think we will do in the next episode, the planter box as well as the soil. So yeah, I think we're going to end this one here. I think we did quite a bit today. We figured out how to use the research station and the supercomputer. Pretty cool mechanic. I like that you have to research before using the supercomputer to actually obtain them. So that's pretty cool. The supercomputer, though, I don't know... So I guess, yeah, this is just where you choose to research. Anyways, we're going to end this one here, guys, before I get way too into it again and forget to end the episode. So yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching and liking, and I will see you in the next one.